What's up, YouTube? It's me back doing another video. Lord, let me just tell you why I'm thankful that I didn't go back to the same doctor that messed me up the first time with this catheter. Now, like I said, they took me to another hospital, and I had to get my catheter removed because it was infected. Um, so, um, pretty much the plan was to give me a catheter weekend. So what that is basically they were going to leave the catheter out as much as they could, and without me, having dialysis, in order to let the antibiotics kick in and clear up the infection, because it didn't make sense to try to clear up the infection when with the catheter still in. So they wanted to just make sure the infection was completely gone. So um I've had a catheter before, and I know that it usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes based on what they have to do. Like I said, when I had my first one removed, um, what they do is they stick you. I want to say, well, they stuck me about 10 or 15 times around in a circle around the catheter, and what it did was it swelled it up, and they tugged a few times, and boom, catheter was out. Um, so the longest part was basically numbing you up, so that you don't really feel anything but pressure. So the day came when I was in the hospital for the lady to remove my catheter. So okay, I'm like, all right, boom, this gonna be quick and easy. Shouldn't take but 10-15 minutes. Um, so the lady comes to pull my catheter out, and 30 minutes roll by, and I'm just like, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't take this long. Um, I'm talking about she was tugging and pulling, and it hurt so bad, y'all. I said, nah. She went through 2 bottles of lidocaine, and no catheter out. So she asked me, did she want me to try again? I said no. So she was just like, well, I'm going to get the vascular surgeon to come in here and remove it. I said okay. So basically she left me swollen, hurting, bleeding. So they had to put like a pressure bandage on it. I'm just sitting here like, wow, what is going on? I said, this is not, why is it not coming out? So it was probably later that evening the doctor came to remove my catheter. And remind y'all, I'm up for this. Like I said, it was supposed to be something that was quick and easy, but it wasn't. So he comes, and off the rip the doctor comes in, because she explains to him that it wasn't coming out. What happened is, because of the infection right here, the catheter goes in this vein. Because the infection had inflamed this vein up so much and it was infected, it swelled up. So pretty much the catheter had locked inside my neck right here. So that was the part that was the hardest to. So because they knew it was going to be painful, and it would take some time to get it out, they drugged me up pretty much, gave me pain medicine and stuff to try to ease, um listen, y'all, when I say it hurt so bad, it hurt so bad. You know what I'm saying? I had like 5 or 6 nurses in there. Well, not by the 6 nurses. It was 3 nurses beside me, and then the rest were with the vascular. I had people holding my hand, people holding my feet, because you listen to me. I was ready to fight up in there. Like, kicking, no. Because, what? That pain was something serious. Even with the drugs, I was still in there hollering and screaming, like, you know what I'm saying? That, it took him over an hour to get that catheter out my neck. And when I say the way that they had to tug and pull and tug and pull, it left me hurting, swollen. But they had gave me so much medicine that once I got through, once they stopped, once they got the catheter out, I just went to sleep. And boy, let me tell you, it was rough. I mean, I won't trying to, kick the nurses or do whatever, but listen to me. That was some terrible pain. I'm telling you. It hurt so bad. And I was swollen and just sore right there for a while. So, that's that. So, I had to look the catheter weekend, and they did labs and stuff, and the infection had cleared up. So they were just like, okay, we're gonna go back in and put the catheter in, but we're gonna put it on the left side. So that pretty much went well. I was up for that, just drugged enough so I was comfortable and didn't have to feel all the pain or whatever from it. But it wasn't too bad. But let me tell you, once that lidocaine and all that stuff wear off, you feel every bit of it. So went through that, but I was expecting it because I've been through it before, so I knew the pain was coming. But it ain't never nothing that you can just get used to. You know what I'm saying? You can just know that it's coming, but you'll never get used to it. And that's that. So, infection cleared up. I got my new catheter in. I started dialysis that same day. Thank God that he kept me those 3 or 4 days without having dialysis, and no potassium buildup, not a lot of fluid. And for dialysis patients, potassium is one thing that they really worry about, because your potassium being too high for us can stop our hearts. So, potassium was under 6, and that's in 4 days. So that was good. So I'm just thankful that God kept me enough so that the medicine could work and do what it needed to do, and I was okay. So got out the hospital. I'm still was weak, I still am weak, being in the hospital 2 weeks. You don't get no sleep at all. You don't get no sleep in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So my body was already going through so much. The real healing starts when you get out of the hospital. So I knew that, just a little weaker than usual, tired, but it's expected. I went through a lot. So I can say it was about a week after I got off the hospital. So maybe like 2 days ago, I woke up and the whole side of my neck was hurting. Just like, what's going on? I could barely move my neck, and felt a little swollen. Then I'm just like rubbing on my chest because my chest was hurting. I was like, well, what the hell? So I had this lump right here where the catheter was removed. So I'm just like, man. I said it's either a hematoma or a blood clot. But I can't really tell because right now it was more swollen than this. And it had started to bruise. Any type of pressure, if I laid this way, this any type of pressure that came on it, it was burning and throbbing and just hurting. So, and my neck was swole. I was just like, man, I hope this is not no blood clot, because I just didn't need that, right? So I go to dialysis. I show her, and she like, oh no, you need to go to the hospital, you know, so they can check it out. So I went to the hospital yesterday. I'm just praying the whole time, like, Lord, don't let this be no blood clot, you know. So I get there. They do an ultrasound, and I'm just like, Lord, every time she touched it, I was just like, ugh. So you know, the ultrasound came back, and I got a it's basically a hematoma. And a hematoma is basically like, this is what happened because of so much trauma I had when they had to remove my catheter from them tugging and pulling and tugging and pulling. I started bleeding under my skin. As it started to heal, it clotted, and that's what formed that big knot on my chest. So I was thankful that it was that and nothing, not a blood clot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, okay, I'll take this hematoma. And you know, all I had to really do was keep applying some warm compress on it, and I just take some Motrin and stuff to try to help with the inflammation. So it's getting better, but this is just to show you the amount of trauma that I had to go through in order to get this catheter out my neck. And then, you know, as they taking the catheter out my neck, they just like, well, who put this in to begin with? The catheter was faulty to begin with. Y'all, when I say I was so irritated because I didn't trust this doctor, the first one that put it in, didn't want him to put that in because of what I had to go through to even get it put in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, boy. I just don't understand doctors like that don't pay attention. They don't listen. They think that they just know everything because they have a degree. That doesn't mean a thing in healthcare. Stuff changes every day. People's bodies are different. A patient knows their body better than a doctor does. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like he has this whole attitude because he's the only vascular doctor in the hospital. Like, I move on my time. I do what I want to do. You know, who's going to check me about what to do with the dialysis patient when it comes to vascular? There's no other vascular surgeon there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just his whole demeanor is cocky. I just don't care for him. I don't care for him. And then the fact that when I had my issue last year in October, I had you know, shared my experiences where my fistula had ruptured in the hospital. And if people don't know, people haven't watched the other video, I'm gonna say it again. A fistula is a main artery and a vein hooked up together. So when I ruptured, the blood came fast, you know, fast. You hold about, I think it's 5 pints of blood, and I lost 3 in a matter of minutes. You know what I'm saying? A matter of minutes. And thank God that I was in the hospital, had to go to the hospital for another issue, that I was able to be in the hospital when that happened. Because if I was at home, it was no way that somebody was going to get somebody was going to get to my apartment quicker, you know, to help me the way that I was bleeding. And the way that I was bleeding, me just trying to get up and get to the door alone would have made me bleed out even faster. Understand me? Because as I'm bleeding out at the hospital, like I said, I was going out. I felt myself going out. It's a scary feeling, man. It's a scary feeling to go feel yourself going out, like ready to pass out. My hearing was going. I was getting weaker, and I just knew I ain't had that much time. But thank God that he kept me, and you know, he surrounded me with all those nurses that were doing what they had to do, you know, to help me, you know. And it was just a scary feeling, man, to lose all that blood at one time. And then, you know, when they finally got there, like I said, I felt myself going out. But at this point in my mind, I'm just like, my body is just telling me, well, my body is telling me, Katrina, just go to sleep. You know, just sleep. In my mind, I'm like, I can't do that. I know I can't do that. It's not going to be good for me the way I'm bleeding out. My pressure's down. You know, it's not good. So, you know, I just remember the nurses kept, like, you know, tapping me on my face and, you know, talking to me, shaking me, anything they could do to try to keep me up enough until they stopped the blood and could get me stable. I just thank God for it. But went through all that, and, you know, the nurses told him what happened. And he came in there and, like, oh, it's fine. Nonchalant. Nonchalant. No type of empathy or anything. They telling you, I just bled out 3 pints of blood. Your body holds 5 in a matter of seconds, minutes. And you come in here like, oh, it's fine, it's okay. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know. And I went over to the hospital and told about it. Case is getting looked at right now. And my goal is, you know, to help other patients, because I'm not the only one that goes through this with this doctor. I'm not the only one. And it's sad that it takes all that. You know what I'm saying? If you're in healthcare, you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be a person that's doesn't have empathy, a person that knows everything, a person that doesn't listen. You shouldn't be in healthcare. You know, if you're in healthcare, your heart has to be in it, because you actually care about the patients and what they go through. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy going through illnesses, and then on top of that, you have to deal with doctors that ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? None of them doctors like me at all. But you know what? I don't care. Because Katrina, y'all not going to play with me. Y'all ain't going to tell me anything. I ain't going to do anything. And if you don't like it, oh well. I know my body, and you don't know it better than me. You know what I'm saying? Then they try to, because I'm so like, I'm living this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that I'm reading about, or I'm living through it, been through a lot. So ain't nothing you could tell me about my health or me. I know me. But you can't box me in with every dialysis patient or you can't do that in healthcare. Everybody's body's different. You know what I'm saying? Boy, they don't like me because I'm coming at them. Full throttle. Don't care. It'll be me and 10 of them, and I'm battling all of them. And my problem is, I got to go to a hospital, and because a doctor's ego, you feel like his ego is tested, because I know as much as I know. It's like, I'm in the room, I'm dealing with my health. It's like, I got to battle him about knowledge of, you know, medical stuff. Why are you trying to test me? You know? You coming here talking all this big shot, all these medical terms, and I'm looking at you and breaking down in layman's. And then you looking at me like, then you try to hit me with something else, like, I don't know. And I'm coming. Like, don't play with me. I'm not the patient to do you. No. These hospitals are out their mind, especially with these doctors nowadays. They out their mind. I don't know who they think they are. They've been getting away with this stuff too long, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these patients are older patients that don't really have anybody there for them to speak up for them, so they just do whatever the hell they want to do. Oh, excuse me, I ain't mean to cuss, but y'all, this stuff getting to me. It works my nerve. I can't stand it. But yeah, that's my goal. Like, and I'm really aiming toward like getting to a place where I can be a patient advocate, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on these doctors, nurses, whoever. I'm gonna be coming on them, and I'm gonna make sure that these patients know their bodies, so you can't let nobody just do whatever they want to do to you. You can't do it. Doctors are not always right. And it's a lot of good doctors. It's a lot, but it's like the bad overweigh the good. So you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Even when I was in the hospital going through what I was going through, you could see the shift between good doctors and bad doctors. You had them battling in the hospital, and you could see the turmoil. But that's where my heart's at, man. I just want to help patients, because I don't want people to go through this stuff that you shouldn't have to go through. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And then, speaking to the lawyer, it just hit me, like, it kind of like hurt, man, because I'm just like, I could have lost my life, from a doctor not listening. When I called the lawyer, he just like, he listened to my story. He just like, wow, Katrina, just like it's a blessing that you're here, because I get calls like this all the time. But you know what? I'm never talking to you, the patient. I'm talking to their families, because the person is dead. And even though you can, get a doctor for malpractice and, get benefits or whatever from it, it don't bring your family member back. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bring them back. So, like I said, the money really ain't my motive. It ain't my motive. I just want to help save people's lives, because it's rough in healthcare when you have these type of doctors. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I go to the hospital and, like I said, it's a battle. It's a battle. They lying on you. They falsifying stuff. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, I done been through some stuff with these people. But you know what? I may have lost a few of the wars with them, but trust me, when God through, I'm going to win the whole battle. And they going to wish they never mess with me, because I'm coming. And with God on my side, I know I'm coming hard. So, it's whatever. But yeah, like, that's my goal, just to be an advocate, help people, because I don't want nobody going through that. Especially when you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? If they would just listen. It's just listen. They don't even want to do that. But I'm going to get there. I got to get myself together first, and, well, not even have myself together, because I'm doing stuff now while I'm going through what I'm going through. But I just want to get to a place where I can be right when I'm communicating. so I don't come off a certain way, but I come off like, you know, professional, whatever. Because listen, y'all, this type of stuff, it make me lose it. I go from 0 to 100. Trust me, I lose it on them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't but so much you can take. You go to the hospital, they talk to you like you're nothing. They talk to you like you don't know nothing. Talk to you like you don't know your body. So who you talking to? I mean, who do you think you talking to? And I can't be like that if I'm trying to be professional. I can't be ready to get up and knock a head smooth clean off. I can't be like that. So, you know, I'm going to get there, but trust me, I ain't going to play with these people. Trust me. I ain't one of these mind tricky patients. Mine ain't tricky at all. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off here because this stuff right here, talking about this stuff just, y'all don't understand. But, I just wanted to share that a little bit with you. And just for people that, if you, listen, no, people hate going to the doctor. People don't like going to the doctor. Listen, if you feel like it's something going on or you notice something that's going on, don't wait. Don't wait. Because you could think that it's something so small and you wait around and that something so small could turn into something big. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. You know? Really, if you feel like it's something going on or you notice something, go get checked out. Don't play with it, y'all. Alright, I'm gone for good today. I'll see y'all a couple days or something. Alright, bye.